So how many of us know how to ride a bike? We learn as toddlers and we fall and we stumble, but eventually we do it. Riding a bike somewhat becomes second nature to us. We can say we're geniuses of bike riding. That leads us to our quotation, "Genius is eternal patience," said by Michelangelo. I agree with this quote because it reminds people that no one is immediately perfect at what they do. It takes hard work, dedication, and time to become a genius in whatever craft it is. In order to better understand this quotation, we will take up two areas of analysis. First in patience and second in dedication. Relating back to learning to ride a bike, you don't get it right away and go off. We have to study and practice learning a bike. And that holds true for this quote. First, we take a look at an example of a marching band student and Margot Robbie. First, the marching band student. In my senior year of high school, a student in my graduating class wanted to join the marching band. That meant he had to learn how to play the saxophone and how to march properly within the first few weeks of school, something that we had been doing for years prior. Knowing that he wouldn't be a master off the bat, he had to practice every day. And practicing does make perfect. He was able to perform for our first football game at the same skill level as everyone else. Second, we'll look at the example of Margot Robbie. For the movie I, Tonya, she had to learn how to ice skate for her character. And not only that, she had to look like she was ice skating for all of her life. So to become a master in the craft, she had to practice every single day for hours on end, so she could perform to the best of her abilities. She took the time to learn and practice her craft, and just as the quote infers, becoming a master at something does take time. Therefore, through the examples of the band student and Margot Robbie, we can see that practicing a craft requires patience, and patience is what makes a genius. Another reason why this quotation is true is because after learning a skill, you have to be committed to mastering it. We'll explore this through two examples, actor Austin Butler and Walt Disney himself. First, Austin Butler. As everyone knows, he recently played Elvis Presley in the new Elvis movie, so he had to be able to embody the character to his best abilities to make the performance seem real. He would watch all of Elvis's movies, read articles, watch videos of him singing, and all of that. And eventually, his dedication to the character really paid off. He ended up getting an award for it. And we can see how dedicated he was to his character still, because Austin Butler permanently has this Elvis kind of accent to himself. And it shows how dedication can really pay off when mastering a craft. And then we can look at Walt Disney, for example. He was so interested by drawing that he'd constantly take art classes, look for job opportunities to draw. And he noticed that people loved his work, so he made movies that made people happy. And he kept wanting to learn more about drawing and how to make movies. His dedication to his craft eventually led to him making the world's most famous amusement park, Walt Disney World. So, as we can see, the quotation, "Genius is eternal practice," said by Michelangelo, is to be true. We learned this through the study of practice and dedication, through the examples of the band student and Margot Robbie for practice, and for Austin Butler and Walt Disney for dedication. So, relating back to learning how to ride a bike, we don't just get on the bike and we immediately go off. We have to constantly practice how to ride a bike to know what the maneuvers are and all that. And takes dedication to be able to ride a bike all the time. Thank you.